Have you seen my name? Have you seen me attend any coalition meeting?
Who controls both the rich and the poor.
Who is that?
When he moves, there's an exodus. When he speaks, there's a revelation. And when he decides to act, there will be tsunami.
Oh, yeah.
Loved by Nigerians from all walks of life. Two-time governor of Anambra State. The leader of the Otti movement. Known simply as Peter Otti.
Hey, yo, what up, guys? So let's talk about ADC. In fact, either ADC or coalition, they are like the most popular words right now in Nigeria because a lot of persons want to know about this new party, or new party, of course, in quotes, because this is actually not a new party. We've had the likes of Otti coming out to talk about, his stand on this new coalition, right? Then we have had the likes of Sowore. I'm going to be telling you, discussing what they said about this. Peter Obi has come out to talk about his beat. Aisha Yusuf, you understand, has come out to talk about her beats also. So this is what we're going to be breaking down in this video. But first of all, let me tell you a little bit about this party, which is ADC. So, of course, when I saw the news yesterday, and there was, although I've been seeing a build up to the news about the ADC, the coalition, at first I did not really think Peter Obi would join the coalition, but later I saw him and I was really shocked. I was like, wow. Before, we had the likes of Peter Obi, had the likes of El-Rufai, had the likes of Atiku Abubakar, a lot of them, David Mark, Rotimi Amechi. There are a lot of names in this party. Dino Milaye, yes. So there are a lot of names definitely in this party. So when I saw Peter Obi among them, I was kind of, okay, let's see what happens, right? A little bit about the party first of all. This party is not a new party. Of course, it started in 2005, with my little research I did. And the original meaning of ADC was Alliance for Democratic Change. So that was like the original meaning before 2022, when it was about to be submitted to INEC. They decided to change the name to what it is right now, African Democratic Congress. So that's the meaning of ADC. But a lot of persons have been asking questions like, why choose a name that is close to APC? Because ADC, APC, these are like close names, you understand? Why choose a name that is close to APC if you are having a coalition? And let me just drop an opinion. I might be wrong. In fact, this particular part of the video, I'm actually asking you a question. What do you think about it? Do you think it makes sense to use ADC, APC? You understand? The names look so much alike. So when I actually thought of this actually did not make sense to me. But of course, when I was making my research about this news, reading comment section, that was when I now saw somebody's comment. This was not even my thing, but somebody's comment. The person was like, so on the ballot box, ADC will come before APC. So a lot of persons might actually, a lot of the persons that wants to vote for APC might actually vote for ADC because it comes first. So I'm like, okay, that's like a perspective. But guys, what do you think about this? Tell me what you think. If it's something that is a genius or it's something that doesn't make sense, having a name that looks exactly like APC. So you can tell me on the comment section about that. So we had a lot of names, like I told you before. The likes of Peter Obi, Rotimi Amechi. But there was one person, when I went on Twitter, a lot of persons were asking about one particular person, and I'm here to tell you, yes, he's there, which is Dati. I don't know if he's a professor or I should call him a professor now, but Dati Baba Ahmed, right? That guy was there standing. In fact, that guy is standing for Peter Obi anywhere Peter Obi goes, and that's what it is with the obedience also. Anywhere Peter Obi goes, all these guys, they follow. I'm already seeing a lot of comments online that we obedient, anywhere Peter Obi goes, we follow. That's what they have been saying online. So we had a lot of dignitaries, joining the party, but there were some persons that were not happy about the coalition. So we all know lawyer or barrister Deji. He's a pretty popular figure in Nigeria, barrister. He's the barrister or the lawyer of Very Dark Man. I think he's the lawyer of Speedality also. Then also, apart from being their lawyer, him himself is a popular figure in Nigeria political space. So he came out and he called for Sowore. You understand? We all know Sowore, talking about a Nigeria we want to see, a new Nigeria and stuff like that. Sowore is one of the persons that drives for it, and I really like that guy, his energy and all. So Barrister Deji called on Sowore and was telling him, you need to join this coalition. So this was what he told Sowore. So Barrister Deji was like, dear Egbon Yele Sowore, I know you are different and unlike the tiffin Nigerian politicians, but please consider joining the coalition, sir. Forget about what people will say about your long-lasting principles and ideological values, etc. Extraordinary circumstances call for extraordinary measures. You earn the permanent respect and admiration of all Nigerians if you make such a painful sacrifice. Politics is different from morality and activism. It's a game of numbers. Let me also say that even in churches, there are witches and wizards. Everyone already knows that you are uncompromising and different, and you have nothing to prove to critics who will never like you anyway because of their support for their preferred candidates. Just consider the idea joining the coalition, sir. Respect and love always, even if you don't join. So that was what, the lawyer said, Barrister Deji. That was what he said to Sowore, that Sowore needs to join the coalition. But Sowore wasn't having it, you understand? And this was what Sowore said. He replied, and he was like, I did not join Bola Ahmed Tinubu in distributing heroin and cocaine in Chicago. I did not join Atiku Abubakar in looting the Nigeria customs dry. I did not join David Mark when he stole funds meant to fix our telephones and later helped to crush our democratic hopes on June 12th. I did not join Abubakar Malami San in violating human rights and looting the treasury under Muhammadu Buhari's watch. I did not join Nasir El-Rufai in massacring Shiites and fueling religious genocide in southern Kaduna. I did not join Peter Obi in the tin can port while he cleared goods for Sani Abacha when the same Abacha was dismantling Nigeria brick by brick. I did not join Chibuke Rotimi Amechi while he gambled away Rivers State funds and abandoned the mini rail project already paid for. I have never joined an armed robbery gang. I have never pledged allegiance to any cult, no matter how popular, powerful, or fanciful. I've only won allegiance to the oppressed, the disenfranchised, the cheated, the silenced. I will join only those ready and willing to end the national nightmare created by these character listed above. Let it be known, I stand with a vanguard of justice, coalition of truth, a revolutionary team to restore the dignity of Nigerians. Nigeria must be free from these evildoers. So this was what Sowore said, you understand? But before I start even talking about, what Peter Obi said and what Alex Otti said, what do you think about what Sowore said in this video? Because I don't know what to say about this, but I think, a coalition has to be as strong as possible, and every character is needed in a coalition, right? So I don't know what to say about this. If, of course, he has the right to his opinion and he has the right to his decisions, but well, it would have really been nice to have somebody like Sowore joining this coalition. Anyway, we had Alex Otti coming out also to talk about the coalition, because a lot of persons have been asking him, Mr. Alex or Governor Alex, what's up? What's happening? Are you joining the coalition? And this was what he said. He was like,
I also have a right to state that I am still a member of Labour Party. And I'm not looking for where to become to. The second point is about coalition. And a lot of people have been asking, oh, are you a member of the coalition? And my response is, have you seen my name? Have you seen me attend any coalition meeting? So we're just busy doing the work that other people have given us. So we're not attending any coalition meeting. I've not attended one. Nobody has invited me. So I know some members of the council have also asked just for information. And my response is that I've not attended any. Nobody has invited me. And I'm happy where I am. Yeah, we had issues. A lot of people had. If you don't have issues, then you're gone, you're dead. So you wake up and there's one problem or the other. You solve the problem. And you don't run away from a problem and pretend to have solved it. So we done, when we had our problems, we fought all the way to Supreme Court and retrieved our party from the Supreme Court. And so I believe that a few issues that remain will be resolved very soon because the Supreme Court judgment was very, very clear.
Then, of course, we have had Mr. Peter Obi coming out, to give his 2 cents about the whole thing. And this was what Mr. Peter Obi said. He was like, yesterday, the coalition members formally adopted the African Democratic Congress, ADC, for the 2027 Nigeria general elections with distinguished Senator David Mark serving as the national chairman, H.E. Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola serving as the national secretary. Our commitment is to sacrifice and work together towards the 2027 general elections, ensuring that Nigeria gets a competent, capable, and compassionate leadership that will prioritize the nation's future by putting the welfare of Nigerians first. The decision was not made lightly. It comes from deep reflection on where we are as a country and what must be done to move forward. No one group can change Nigeria alone. To dismantle the structures that keep our people in poverty and insecurity, we must build bridges. We must build bridges, not walls, even when those bridges are uneasy. A new Nigeria is possible. So that was the message Mr. Peter Obi came out, to give out since he joined the coalition, right? Then also we had Aisha Yusuf, coming out to talk about the coalition, and this was what she said. And Aisha Yusufu, she doesn't, this is why she says she doesn't join any party, because she wants to be able to call out anybody, be it Obedience, be it even Peter Obi. She wants to be able to call out anybody, when they mess up. And this was what she said straight up. She was like, dear coalition, which is the ADC, women leader and youth leader positions cannot be what is reserved for women and youth. You see this table full of older generation men cannot be the only ones allowed to make the decision as we go on. Women and youth must be in the midst of decision making and not as afterthoughts in the form of tokenism. Dear Nigerian women, youths, this is the time for the numbers. You have heard loud and clear. Join. Be part of the leadership. Be part of the delegates. Be part of the floor members. Overwhelm for good. Bringing ideas out of the box. So of course, Aisha Yusuf is calling out every Nigerian youth, to join the coalition, and Nigerian youth should not just relax, thinking somebody will do it for them. Basically, that's what she said. And she also called out, ADC, telling them that this is not one of all those parties you feel you can overflood with the older generation to lead the major positions. She was saying that we need young persons to be in the leadership positions where decisions are made. So guys, I'm going to be dropping a lot of reactions on this coalition thing. So you tell me what you think. What is your own reaction? Drop your opinion on the comment section. Do you think this coalition is what we need right now? You understand? For the Obedience, do you think, are you happy with Peter Obi joining the coalition? Or do you think, Peter Obi would have done it himself in his own party? Maybe Labour Party. But remember that Labour Party had a lot of issues here and there. So just drop your opinion. Tell me what you think about this coalition. And let's keep watching for the reactions of other persons.
All right, my country people, I greet you now. You see this issue of coalition, where would they talk so for 2027? I just want to talk my own and make them very clear, because not be say good to do coalition. But my own be say, as we they talk about coalition for one hand, as when they talk of coalition, we must remember the root cause of our problem and we must fix them. The center, the person where push us come this level, the only reason why everybody in Nigeria believes that there must be coalition to take out the sitting government, now because of the Oriburuku way INEC they do. Now INEC now be done turn himself to the criminal agency. If not for INEC, if INEC had done the right thing, 2023 there was a winner of that election. 4 people contest, but there was a winner. INEC know the winner. The person in Aso Rock know the winner. Judiciary know the winner. But we decided to keep quiet and allow INEC to continue. So they want to consolidate on the criminality that took place in 2023. We must resist it. My own na INEC. INEC cannot remain the weapon fashion against Nigeria. We must fix election. Because my own is not a coalition that is just seeking to get power for the sake of power. It must be a coalition that has the interest of the people at heart. A coalition against insecurity, poverty, hunger, inflation, injustice, daily killings of people. Now the only coalition where me I support be that. So if we coalesce the kind coalition of 2015, that one my hand no day there. But as long as we talk about coalition, we must also not forget the INEC leadership, Professor Mahmoud and his gang of electoral bandits. If not for INEC, we know what they talk the one way would they talk so. So as we talk about coalition, we must also fix INEC. We must fix INEC so that the people can choose the leadership that they want and that they truly deserve. Not people coming together to take power for the sake of power. Now so we do for Buhari, it turned out to be another thing. 2027, we must end this reign of terror. Nigerians must fix their electoral system. So we go ahead, make una continue with the coalition. Me on INEC, I stand. We must fix INEC. We must fix election. Professor Mahmoud, you must tell us what caused the glitch. If there is a glitch, there has to be a rerun. We must fix our electoral process because this one, me, I have had enough. So I congratulate una on the coalition, and as the coalition they go, but I just want to tell una, make una not forget to say the mama we born this criminal system, we carry us reach where all of us did today, na INEC, and we cannot afford to. Mahmoud just the waka, Professor Mahmoud the waka like say na noble statesman. There is no pressure on him. There is no naming and shaming. So they have even felt that maybe waiting they do 2023, they okay. See, Nigerians, if we are not waiting good for all of us, we must come together as they talk about coalition and to fix INEC and reform our electoral process, reform our judiciary, to give Nigerians the right and the ability to choose their leaders without any shenanigans. God bless the coalition. God bless Nigeria. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. My name is Peter for Nigeria.
Excuse me, sir. This Peter Obi, I've told you, this Peter Obi, anybody who becomes president of Nigeria and does not give a right of place. I'm not saying an appointment for Peter Obi. Peter Obi will remove that person from office in another election. Mark my words.
So are you saying this same wave?
This same wave will not stop.
Be repeated.
This same wave, this Peter Obi, the people supporting him, the Peter Obi that I know, after this general election, they will continue.
Even though the next cycle of elections is in 4 years.
I'm telling you, those guys.
I think it will be not only simplistic, but exceedingly foolish for anyone to expect that the APC government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be interested in an electoral reform that would ensure transparency in the electoral process. This is a government that is the beneficiary of an electoral heist. I say that full-chested. I say that as the person who was charged with the duty of collecting from EC8A, from INEC in Lagos State. And I say without equivocation that Segun Agbaje, the then INEC commissioner in Lagos State, could not produce a single form EC8A. Not one could be produced because the entire result in Lagos State was a fraud. And that is the basis upon which the man sits in office and you expect him to reform. But I expect that the Nigerian people who are the victims of this gross abuse of powers and gross abuse of processes have every right to demand these reforms, and they should. If that includes trooping onto the street peacefully, if I may underline, to make those demands, we should. But we should not, the power is not served a la carte. Even Bulaba said so. You grab it, you snatch it, you run with it. But it is the right of citizens to expect to be given the power to vote and decide who rules them. And we should be making that demand very clearly.